Good morning. Welcome to Energy Works. Today we're talking about lessons from our children. And I think sometimes our children and the families we came from, our ancestors, agreed to be people that perhaps we would learn from in good ways and bad ways. Like sometimes our families are people that we are stretched by and challenged by, and, they're people that will help us grow. Growth isn't always easy, and growth isn't always nice and safe. So it's like learning to be able to be spacious and kind even when we feel hurt or when we feel, that we've been injured or upset by their actions. It's like being able to still be that lovely person even when we feel challenged right to our very core. So what are the lessons that you've learned from your children? What are the difficult things? What are the easy things? What are the nice things? What are the really difficult, hard, mean things that you've learned? So let's start with I'm ready to learn. Age 6. All right, where were you and what were you doing when you were 6? And what emotions were stuck there? Rejection, feeling unsupported. All right, our aura is affected. So layers of the aura, a third layer, which is, I think, to do with our thoughts and ideas. Okay, so we can leak energy. Oh, Catherine's got a great little saying here. I learnt the other day from my 5-year-old grandson who created the earth. It was Jesus and his builders. That's great, isn't it? I love it. All right, so we can leak energy. So if we have like an energetic attack, then it's like our energy field isn't whole anymore, and it allows in, I guess, negativity, and also allows our energy to leak out. So it's like we're repairing our energy field as we clear energy. All right, so also something to do with the colours of the aura. All righty, so pink. Pink represents a person who is very loving and giving. They gather family and friends around them. They can be generous with their time. They're often healers. They are mindful of their health, nutrition, and exercise. They have psychic ability and awareness of others' needs. They are creative and artistic and have strong imaginations. They can write novels or poetry or maybe the words to a song. They dislike injustice, poverty, and cruelty. They would give up personal gain for peace. They have honesty and integrity and good morals and make great employees and managers. They are well liked. Okay, so can you see a little bit of that pink aura in yourself? Still more things stuck in the aura. So like stagnant accumulation of energy. Catherine said here, what I've learnt from my kids is that they are agents unto themselves. That's very true. All right, so stagnant energy from age 16. So what was happening when you were 16? And there's some stuck emotions there. Feeling discouragement. Stubbornness. Okay, layer 5 in the aura. So layer 5 is about the master copy of the physical body. So it's like, I guess, if our energy field becomes damaged, if we don't repair the damage in our energy field, eventually that becomes damage in the body. All right, so debris between the layers. So I have a good friend that can feel energy fields, and she worked on me one time, and she said it was like my aura had been sprayed with like gunshot. And it's like sometimes we can have damage from other people and their intentions or their anger with us, and, they can blame us for things in their lives, and, until they're prepared to take responsibility for their own actions, we can be a convenient person to blame. So it's like today we're cleaning up your aura and pulling out the old things that have been stuck in there and causing you to lose energy and not have a good energy field. All right, age 18 and age 21, age 24, age 27 and 30, 33, 36, 40, 43, 46, 52, 55, 60. All right, and what's stuck in there is a feeling of insecurity and feeling a little bit wishy-washy. So sometimes we had very firm ideas about how we wanted life, how we wanted our family to be, how we were going to live our life, and different experiences that we have can cause us to start to doubt ourselves, or to doubt our experience, or doubt our ability, or our effectiveness, or our power to accomplish what we had set out to do in life. And that can make us feel insecure and wishy-washy. So releasing that from our aura. All right, so now there's energy stuck in our body. All right, my body grows correctly and in proportion. My eyes work correctly and see clearly. My nervous system functions optimally. My legs are strong and can carry me wherever I go. I'm able to see both sides of an argument. I embrace the truth and leave the dishonesty behind. So these are emotions that are stuck in the body from these past experiences, all those ages that we mentioned earlier. So today's topic is about, what we learn, what are the lessons from our children? And I guess there are also lessons that we learned from our parents and our families, and also our hereditary lines. And sometimes we're here to clear the mess in the family tree. All right, so now we're going to go into the chakras. So we're going to the Crown Chakra, which I think is very important in all of this, because we need to feel that divine connection to feel that we're on track to living our life in the most ideal way to accomplish our purposes. All right, and an oil comes up straight away, and the oil is Helichrysum. Helichrysum is the oil for pain. And I think probably the people closest to us are the most able to hurt us, because we feel closest to them and we allow them in. Helichrysum, this is from Essential Emotions. So it says, Helichrysum is an amazing healer of emotional pain. It aids the walking wounded, a history of difficult life circumstances, trauma, self-destruction, loss, or abuse. These individuals need the powerful spiritual support that Helichrysum offers. It gives strength and endurance to the wounded soul who must keep on living despite past difficulties. This oil restores confidence in life and in the self, and giving the individual strength to carry on. And sometimes we do need strength, don't we? We feel beaten down by our experiences. Helichrysum has a powerful relationship with the light of the sun. It imbues joy, fervour, and hope for living. Helichrysum takes hurt souls by the hand, guiding them through life's difficulties. If individuals can persevere, this oil can take them into new heights of spiritual consciousness. Helichrysum offers hope that their emotional wounds can be healed. So I think that's very powerful at this time, especially if you feel hurts. And there can be hurts from childhood, or there can be hurts from your current children, or experiences that happened in the family tree. So following this spiritual healing and transformation, Helichrysum can teach individuals to have gratitude for their trials. It helps them to see if they had not been wounded, they would not have sought healing that resulted in a spiritual rebirth. Just as the phoenix dies and rises from its ashes, so might an individual be raised from turmoil. Helichrysum lends its warrior spirit so that one may face adversities with courage and determination. It brings hope to the most discouraged of souls and life to those in need of rebirth. So when you feel anguish or this intense emotional pain or trauma, or you feel that life is hopeless, or you're despairing or you're wounded, then you can use the Helichrysum. You can put it directly over your heart, or you can diffuse it to help you feel this healing. And we might tie that in with peppermint oil. Peppermint helps us to have a little break from the pain. So peppermint can help us lift our soul and to be a bit happier, but we have to be cautious with peppermint. If we use it as a permanent escape to avoid dealing with pain, it can hinder growth and progress. So it's like we use the Helichrysum with a little touch of peppermint to help us get through the difficulty bits. It aids individuals who need a short breather. And sometimes if you feel like you've gone under for the third time, it would be very helpful. At times, a reprieve is necessary before re-entering emotional waters, but one is not meant to wade in the shallow end forever. When it is accepted and embraced, emotional pain serves as a teacher. Peppermint can assist individuals in regaining the strength needed to face their emotional reality. So we're going to use the Helichrysum to heal the pain and to walk through it, and we're going to use the peppermint to soothe us along the way. All right, so what is it that you're learning from your children, or what is it that you're struggling to learn from your children? What can we help with in our call today? And where is all this stuck in your body? Where do you feel it? Which part of you is complaining and not coping? Okay, a little bit more in the aura again. All right, so in the first layer, which relates to the physical body, definitely patience. All right, thank you, Jenny. Learning patience. Yeah, that's definitely what we learn, isn't it? Present males, okay. So who's the male in your life that's presently teaching you lessons? And who's making you feel powerless? All right, age 17. So where were you? What were you doing when you were 17? What made you feel powerless? So let's go back to that crown chakra that we were in. All right, this is about being insightful. So were you insightful when you were 17? Could you see the difficulties that your parents faced and that they weren't exactly having it all together, even though you would hope that they did? All right, what else comes up here is depression. And I think that's definitely a thing that we can face when things don't work out how we expect them to. We can feel very depressed. We can feel that we've wasted our efforts, or that it's, the objectives that we hope to achieve haven't been achieved. That definitely can be frustrating for all of us. We can feel abandoned by God, feeling abandoned by our families, even by our friends. Oh, so Jenny's mentioned not getting the results in the HSC I wanted, slight deviation in life. Yeah, at the time that can feel horrendous, and we just feel like our life is ruined. And yet we go another way, as you say, slight deviation, and we do things a little differently than we first planned. So I'm going to use here Jenny Rosengren's book as well for the Crown Chakra. All right, I'm safe in the presence of others. All right, and Catherine's mentioned here, yes, I had to leave home at 17 because my father didn't agree with a major decision I made to change direction in my life. Yeah, and that's very disempowering, isn't it? And I guess as parents, we feel like we have our child's best interest at heart, but it may not be what the child feels is the best interest. And, I guess as we have children, we have these same conflicts. And so sometimes we may need to isolate ourselves from others and withdraw, regroup, and decide to go and live our life in the way that we feel is best for us. All right, so reactions to feelings. A child feels unaccepted or hostility from someone, feeling unwelcome or in the way. So when in your life did you feel this? When did you feel unaccepted? So like 3 months in utero comes up. Time of birth. Age 7. Age 12. Age 15. Age 26. 29. So age 17, Catherine said, yeah, she felt unaccepted. Yeah. Age 30. Okay, so, and of course we can relate to some of these times, when we made decisions to stand on our own feet or to make decisions, whether it's with our career or our life partner, our religion, our political persuasions, our sexual persuasions, any of those things, we can face rejection. All right, so now we're going into the throat chakra. All right, and so if we're talking about the throat chakra now, we're talking about truth. So sometimes we're not truthful with ourselves. We say we're okay with things when we're not okay. Feeling shut down. The jaw comes up and the larynx. It's like things getting stuck in your mouth and your jaw, clenching, not being able to speak up what you need to say. So another oil comes up now, Cyprus. So Cyprus oil is about motion and flow. So if you're stuck in your life, you might want to get out your Cyprus oil. All right, so Cyprus oil teaches the soul how to let go of the past by moving with the flow of life. This oil is especially indicated for individuals who are mentally or emotionally stuck, stiff, rigid, tense, over-striving, or have perfectionistic tendencies. This hard driving stems from fear and the need to control. The individual tries to force things in life rather than allowing them to unfold naturally. So I can hear myself in that one. All right, and we might use an affirmation from Kim's book. All right, even though I speak with an air of authority, there is a subtle undercurrent that runs through me and wells in sympathy to sorrow and the loss of others. I bring stagnant energies to the surface for release and catharsis, letting go of the past as I move with the flow of life. I cast aside my worries and let go of controlling others and outcomes. Releasing fear accelerates my growth. I am clear about what I want and then work towards it, anticipating its successful manifestation in my life. And I guess that's important then, if we talk about manifestation, is to be able to see the picture that we want at the end. And when I think about that fear, my first child, when I was in labour, we found out later he was holding the cord, and so his heartbeat would dip down. And so when he was first born, his APGAR was like 6 out of 10, but within 5 minutes it was like 9 out of 10. And it's a little bit his nature, I think, to be a bit fearful of things and to want to control. And so, when we are fearful, we do want to control. When it's almost like we're strangling our own umbilical cord and not allowing that connection to the divine to pour love and inspiration to soothe us and comfort us as we go through these difficult times. We can just feel totally shut off. And sometimes it's because we shut off and we're not willing to hear. Okay. All right, we're back at age 7 again. Feeling offended. So what offended you when you were 7? All right, so our electrics have blown. So if you hold your forehead and the back of your head, it's nice if someone else does that, but even if you do that to yourself, and you can see which way feels better, and hold that. That's like a reset to your electric. So it's like when things have been too much, it's like we can blow fuses. And sometimes for me that can happen if I'm stressed and I want to eat sugar, that will blow the fuse as well. So it's like understanding that when we're not dealing with life, we may choose things that are not the best for us, which will blow our fuses. All right, so now we're going to work on our relationships, our healthy working relationships. And relationships can be wonderful and they can be amazing and they can be really, really difficult. All right, so the relationship between our heart and mind. The relationship with our intuition. Sometimes we intuitively feel something, but then our ego shuts it down and says, no, what if you do that, things might go wrong, or you won't have enough money, or it won't be right. All right, having a healthy relationship with our time. So these have a generational component. Dad's side, dad's mum, and the women. Lack of control. Feeling taken for granted. feeling sadness. So these are inherited feelings. So sometimes when we feel these feelings, it's not logical to feel them, but they're inherited feelings that need to be released from our genes. So when you understand those things, you can take a big breath in and out, and it's like you can release them through your breath. All right, so still something to clear around our time. We might go in our heart chakra for that one. All right, I'm taking responsibility for my own life. Feelings of loss are being replaced by feelings of love. So it's like we need to pour love on all those parts of us that are hurt or that are damaged from the experiences from the past. Where do you feel that loss in the body? Where are those things hidden? Where are they stuck? Where are we releasing them? I acknowledge all of my feelings. I am embracing the sweetness of life. And sometimes we have to allow ourselves to have some sweet moments, like, things that bring us joy or things that we enjoy doing. Sometimes we just make it all hard work. All right, every day I'm coming more from my heart and less from my head. Often we are taught to be logical and practical and, not to think about what your heart says. But I think if we follow our heart, we're often guided through our seventh chakra, through our connection to God and the universe to make extraordinary decisions that will make our life extraordinary. Our parents often wanted us to be safe or wanted us to make sure everything is taken care of. But that then ignores what we feel strongly inspired to do. We ignore that inspiration and we just try and live this humdrum life of just doing every step carefully. All right, so now we're going to go into our acupuncture meridian. So our stomach meridian. So what are we not digesting? All right, if you've ever seen the stomach meridian, well, I might hold up a little picture. You could get pain along the meridian. So you could get pain in your face. You could have sinus pain or leg pain or tummy pain, chest pain, neck pain. And there's muscles that relate to the meridian as well. So your neck flexors and your neck extensors, the top of your pecs, some of your arm muscles, this muscle at the side here, sternocleidomastoid, that all relates to the stomach. Feeling nervous can affect your stomach and your stomach meridian. So marjoram oil. So marjoram oil is about connection. Marjoram teaches that trust is the basis for all relationships. It assists individuals increasing their warmth and trust in social situations. Marjoram softens the heart and heals past wounds. It kindles the fires of trust in relationships that one may fully blossom. When an individual feels safe and loved, they express their authenticity more freely. Marjoram restores trust and openness so that true bonds of love may be formed in friendships and relationships. So that sounds like a following in our theme, isn't it? So the lessons we're learning from our children seem to be about overcoming hurt and overcoming disconnection and overcoming rejection. And learning to rely on what we feel is important and what we know within our hearts to be true for ourselves. And even if other people disagree because of their life experiences, we must trust that we are on the path by what we're told from our heart. Okay, so in our mind, so affirmations regarding growth and learning. I allow myself to learn easily. I see each mistake as a stepping stone in my growth. I'm willing to open my vision of the future to divine assistance. I like that one. I know my limitations in helping others. I easily find the easiest methods for me to learn. My teachers want to and are able to present my lessons to me in a way that I easily understand. Sometimes our children are our teachers. I have respect for my unique gifts and appreciate them. All parts of me are united for my highest good. All right, how are these sitting with you? Is anything calling you, or is anything bringing up experiences that you'd care to share with us? Is there something that you would tell us? I'm comfortable allowing others to grow in their own time and way and space. I'm filled with light. All can shine. All right, some more generational baggage to clear here. Mum's side of the family and the men on that side. And some stuck emotions from the genes. All right. Feeling helpless to affect a change. And so that's a very interesting generational pattern to break, isn't it? Or something that you've been landed with. It's kind of good to help clear that, help the whole family. All right, so life rhythm. So we have different parts of our acupuncture meridian system. We have the elements. We have fire, earth, water, wood, and metal, and they represent different meridians and different aspects of ourselves. So, for example, wood is gallbladder and liver. Metal is large intestine and lung. And so it's like they have this rhythm, and there's a way that the energy moves around the body. All right, so the water element comes up today. So water element, of course, would be kidney and bladder. So these relate to different seasons. So the water element relates to winter, which is where we're at here in Australia at the moment. It's the time for rest and recovery. So are you needing to rest and to recover? So exercises that are kind of helpful in our movement and our mobility, you could try Tai Chi, yoga, Pilates, Qigong, and time for introspection. So thinking about, what is important to you, what you've learned, what you understand from your experiences. So the water element can either have a problem in moving around the circle of building and growth and learning, or it can have a destructive cycle. And so the earth element can be attacking the water element. So the earth element is our stomach, pancreas and spleen. All right, so in this case, the pancreas is affecting the kidneys, which would make sense. If we eat too much sugar, our body has then to try and dilute that, and we'll pee a lot more. So let's have a little sticky beak in the pancreas. Okay, and Margaret's measured her bladder last week up every 2 hours. Oh, wow. That's very tough, isn't it? So feeling guilt in the pancreas. All right. So what might you feel guilt about? All right, forgiving our boyfriend. Forgiving our boss. Forgiving our aunt. Forgiving our father. And feeling betrayal comes up. And we can be betrayed in different aspects of our life, either at work or in our relationships or in our friendships or in our family groups that, sometimes our family isn't on our side as we'd hoped. All right. All righty. Thank you for those that have posted things on the call. It really helps when you post something. All right. So any last things if anyone would like to mention? If not, we'll end our call. Thank you for those that participated, and let's hope that we continue to learn lessons from our children and our past, that we may not be stuck in those lessons and may be able to move forward and grow. Oh, thanks, Catherine. Catherine said, thank you so much, Tanya. This was very helpful to me today. Well, I'm grateful. It makes it worthwhile that I got up and did it. And I'm still not quite got dates prepared yet, so just finished moving in. As you can see, we're in our home again. So, yeah, I will get back to you on dates for our Energy Works course and our advanced course. Thank you for your participation and your support. I hope you have an amazing day. Bye.